we are seeing those visuals coming in from Madhya Pradesh Assembly, where Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chouhan is going to in fact cast his vote. Madhya Pradesh, a BJP ruled state, the Chief Minister there going to cast his vote. Yes, go ahead, Touseef.
I was saying, as a presidential candidate, Ms. Droupadi Murmu is expected to seek votes from the MLAs when she visits a state assembly. Much like as the opposition candidate has been doing. He has been seeking vote from all the party MLAs. There is no party whip. Therefore, all MLAs and MPs can individually exercise their discretion and cast vote accordingly.
Yes, Touseef, I understand, but my question is, she did travel to all the states. She did travel to all the states. She did reach out to all political parties. In fact, soon after her name was announced, she had dialed Sonia Gandhi. She also spoke to Mamata Banerjee, to Sharad Pawar, to all senior leaders of various political parties. Kapil Madan is a political analyst and he joins me as well. Okay, let's listen in from Shivraj Singh Chouhan now.
वोटिंग कर रहे हैं और आनंद इस बात का है कि पहली बार एक आदिवासी बेटी, भारत की बेटी राष्ट्रपति बनेगी। उनको लेके केवल मतदाताओं में नहीं, क्योंकि एमएलए वोट डालते हैं राज्यों में, तो आम जन में भी जबरदस्त उत्साह है और ये भारत के लोकतंत्र की विशेषता है। अलग भाषा, अलग वेश, फिर भी अपना एक देश, एक हमारी बहन जनजाति समाज से आने वाली अब राष्ट्रपति बनेंगी। उत्साह से उनके पक्ष में मध्य प्रदेश में वोट हो रहा है और मैं तो यही अपील करूंगा कि दलगत सीमाओं से भी ऊपर उठ के हम अंतरात्मा की आवाज पर अपना वोट करें और बहन द्रौपदी मुर्मू को राष्ट्रपति बनाने में अपना भी योगदान दें।
As per conscience is an appeal coming in from the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Similar appeal has come from the BJP President JP Nadda, Kapil Madan. History has it that in 1977, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy was elected unopposed. His name was proposed by Morarji Desai and Indira Gandhi, who was in opposition, backed his candidature. Could 2022, shouldn't that have been the case even this time around? It is history in making. India will be getting its first tribal president.
So, Mare, I look at it from this perspective. Never in the history the country was so divided on the religious line, and we see, what is the plank of Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party rides very high on polarization, and in fact, we've seen continuous misuse of central agencies, be it ED, be it CBI, and now we are also seeing a new era where if any journalist, your colleague journalist raises any kind of voice against the government, how UAPs are being slapped, how one FIR after the other have been registered. So while I agree with you to an extent that Droupadi Murmu ji had a excellent past, but to me it looks like a right person in the wrong party at the wrong time.
Kapil Madan, again, the problem is that there is selective understanding of history and the background of individuals. Yashwant Sinha is a former BJP leader. So let's not forget, right people, wrong party, all that is all very well. These are nice phrases to be used. But what we are seeing today is very different. It's history. And all political parties who are not on this side are on the wrong side of history, away from political bitterness. This is about the first Adivasi president of India. Shehzad Poonawalla, couldn't these appeals that we are seeing, be it by Mr. Nadda or by other politicians of your party, have come in earlier? That if it is about the people's president, the big symbolism of a tribal woman president, shouldn't that reach out have happened much earlier?
No, Maria, I believe you may have been at the party office when Nadda ji had declared the name of the NDA candidate via press conference, and at that point of time as well. And apart from that, various leaders of the BJP said that we appeal to all political parties because this is not an election of politics, this is an election of pratinidhitva, and this is an election of performance, and this is an election of the people's president. So we had appealed to all parties right from day one. We even appealed for all parties to support the vice president candidate Jagdeep Dhankar ji. Secondly, please let's not delegitimize the process of electing the first Adivasi woman president by time and again saying this is ED, this is CBI. JMM, for instance, and they come from Yashwant Sinha ji's state, they have supported us. Can the honorable spokespersons from the Congress party please call up Mr. Soren and ask him that if there was any pressure of any agency or whether it is a conscience call of JMM that they are supporting Droupadi Murmu ji's candidacy? You know, these kinds of allegations to be used loosely on television on such big platforms does not behove the moment that we are witnessing, and it doesn't behove the constitutional process underway. So unless you have stern proof that yes, some money has been transacted, some agency has been unleashed, please, I request my dear friends from the Congress, and I appeal to them also, may good sense prevail on them. It has prevailed on Uddhav ji, it has prevailed on Akhilesh Yadav's uncle Shivpal Yadav, it has prevailed on OP Rajbhar, it has prevailed on perhaps even Mamta Banerjee. Who knows? She did not even invite Yashwant ji to Bengal after that.
Yes.
I don't think Mr. Yashwant Sinha got to go to Jhargram. So, you know, if good sense is prevailing, I hope we don't delegitimize this.
Yes, so, but you know, what Yashwant Sinha said, I mean, what is the basis of that allegation that he leveled? Here is an election that is going on, and it's not for the first time that the elections are happening for presidential polls. You know, you may have opposition to a candidate, but why raise questions on the entire process?
No question of entire process. When Ms. Murmu came to Kolkata, she being the presidential candidate, she is expected by the Trinamool MLAs
I'm
to
the
seek
minister
votes for
there,
her, but
Anurag
she did not do
Thakur,
so.
exercising his right in Parliament of India. It's 10:42. All MPs then head to their respective houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, as the session, the monsoon session, which will begin at 11 a.m. All ministers, MPs of various political parties, we are getting those visuals from inside the polling booth in Parliament, that is room number 63 of the Parliament of India on first floor, where this entire exercise is happening. Yes, go ahead, Touseef.
I was making a point that BJP senior leader sent letters to Trinamool MLAs seeking vote for Ms. Murmu. But when Ms. Murmu came to Kolkata, she appealed to all BJP MLAs to vote for her. She did not appeal the Trinamool MLAs to vote for her. So there is a difference. The candidate herself is not given this opportunity or to seek votes from the opposition MLAs.
Well, that is
there is a
factually
difference.
incorrect. Touseef, that is factually incorrect. That is factually incorrect. She did call up Mamata Banerjee. Let's be clear about it,
you
Shehzad.
are factually incorrect.
I'm not being factually incorrect, Shehzad. Please correct.
To MLAs.
Yeah.
Request to MLAs, not request to Mamata Banerjee.
Yes, please, go
There
ahead.
is a difference. There is a difference.
Yes.
Maria.
Yes.
Please don't play with the words.
Please go
The
ahead, Shehzad.
letter request to Mamata Banerjee is different from the
Maria,
candidate
Yes,
seeking
please.
votes from the MLAs. I'm asking about the Trinamool MLAs.
Okay. Shehzad,
Maria,
yes.
if I may, and I think we don't need to, be cankerous about
Yes.
what we are
but
seeing
at
right
least
now
we
on
can be
television. I
factually
think
correct.
people are
Don't
also
mislead
watching
your
us.
viewers and
Touseef, can we please maintain the dignity
make
of this
allegation
debate? I
against
request you.
Uttarakhand
Touseef,
Chief
let's not
Minister
defile
there.
the
Those are the
moment by this
visuals
kind of
coming in of Uttarakhand Chief Minister, Mr. Pushkar Dhami, casting his vote. That's a BJP rule state again. Yes, go ahead, Shehzad.